So Ben, while we're looking at calendars, let's talk about calendar searching and calendar printing.
Chip, what exactly do searching and printing have to do with each other?
Nothing, except they're both really short, so we can cover them both in this lesson.
Sounds good to me.
When we're on Outlook on the web, just like in the email section, when we're in the calendar section, we have a search box at the top, and it's contextual. So if we search here, we're only going to be searching in calendars.
Got it.
So for example, this is in my calendar. If I search for meeting, it's finding anything in my search results that has the word meeting. Notice the search is started around where we are today, which is August 29th. I can scroll forward and see anything in my future calendar that has the word meeting. I can also scroll backwards and see all of my past meetings up to about 2 years.
Wow.
It's important to know what search searches for and what it doesn't search for. So for example, on Monday the 2nd coming up, you notice that I scheduled that meeting with George and we planned it at the Starbucks. If I do a search for Starbucks, notice it found an old meeting from April. It did not find that meeting with George. So it doesn't search the locations, but it does search the name of the meeting and the description of the meeting.
Okay.
Let's go back to search for meeting. So something else to notice here is that it's also not searching all of my calendars. It mentioned at the top that it's not currently able to search certain calendars, and these are actually calendars that are associated with Office 365 groups in my case. So for whatever reason, the search doesn't function for the Office 365 group calendars, at least not from here. It's also only searching the selected calendars. So right now I have my personal calendar selected, and I have these other Office 365 groups calendars, which means it's really just searching my personal calendar. I could choose the Ben Burris calendar. And now I'll redo that search for meeting. It's also not searching your calendar either, though. So it's really only searching local calendars that are available for my account.
Got it.
I have a filter option, just like I did on the email search, except up here it says selected calendars. And all I can really do is I can choose to find calendar items that have an attachment, which trims it down a pretty good bit. And I can also control my date range. So by default, it's looking backwards about a year and it's looking forward about 2 years. I can adjust that here if I want to with the normal date controls. I don't have anything scheduled past November 2021, so not a big deal. I can also choose to clear my filters, which just puts it back to the default.
Oh, okay.
So fairly straightforward. When I click on an item here, I'll see the details on the right. So I can scroll through and look and understand what's in that event. So speaking of understanding, I understand that some people need a printed copy of their calendar from time to time.
Yeah.
So let's exit out of our search by hitting this back arrow. You'll notice that when I'm looking at my calendars, there is a print icon in the top right corner. Now right now I have my calendar, the Ben Burris calendar, the video production calendar.
All in split view.
Right, Bigger Brains and DF Sales 2, all in split view. If I go to print though, notice it takes them out of split view. So it's printing them as an overlaid calendar, not as the split calendar.
Gotcha.
I can choose what I'm going to print. By default, it's printing all of our selected calendars. I could choose to just print my calendar or just print one of the other calendars. I'll go back to selected calendars. I can change the view. So we were looking at the week view. It's going to print the week view, but maybe I want to print the month view instead. So I can print that instead. I can also choose the time range, which makes more sense if it's a weekly view kind of a deal.
Got it.
So by default, it's showing me from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah, not a lot getting done in the evening and early hours.
Right. So, and maybe for some reason I just want to show the afternoon. So I could say I just want to see from 12 to 6, and it'll just show those times.
Gotcha.
And then this checkbox for show mini month just puts a little monthly calendar up in the top right. Choose print. Gives me a preview, and this is basically the Windows dialog box. When I choose print, it's going to print to my printer, and I'll have a printed calendar.
Yeah, great. Yeah, some people need that.
Yep. So that's the easy ways to use search and print in your Office 365 calendar.
Great.